When I thought about the theme of Moon Goddess, it made me think of the maiden, mother, and crone, the three phases of womanhood. I wanted to design a soap with that in mind. It would have 3 levels with the according phase of the moon. As I drew the plan for this soap, I thought about each phase of womanhood in my own life. Oddly enough, though you may not believe it, making soap is a very spiritual and sometimes humbling experience. You can have such a wonderful idea in your mind of what you think, what you hope it will look like. One of the greatest and simplest joys of my life is cutting the soap the next day and getting to see what it ended up looking like. Sometimes you're a bit heartbroken. The pieces in the little scene I worked so hard on can shift and move in unexpected ways. Toppled over trees, sideways flower pots, and a tiny bumblebee whose wing floated away. The magical alchemy of natural colors like roots, herbs, flowers, and clays, combining with the plant-based essential oils, can make colors change and morph into something completely different. Sometimes you are absolutely thrilled when you cut the soap and it turned out just like you dreamed and hoped. I was thinking about all of that as I made this one, how similar that is to life. How you can have the greatest of plans of how something in your life should go, only to see fate swoop in and completely throw you for a loop. Sometimes in a good way. Sometimes instead you are given a scary path down a long, hard road. My maiden phase was a long one. As a teen, I was told I couldn't have children. I fully believed that and thought the mother phase would not happen for me. It was something that was like a little chipped piece in my heart. I devoted myself to being the best aunt I could be for my 8 nieces and nephews. For many years, it was very difficult. We had our hopes up once, only to have it end quickly in devastation. I was 36 when our baby happened. I was on a road filled with a literal miracle and terrifying twists and turns. She was born as tiny as a baby bird and spent 2 long months in the NICU. My second lovely surprise came healthy and strong. I made it to 40 weeks at 40 years old. I am currently blissfully in my mother phase. The road still turns, of course. My son has nonverbal autism, and lots of things have happened to test my strength every day. My body is older than the average mom, but my will is strong. Also currently, due to having my son at an older age, the crone is coming for me quicker than expected. My hair has gone from black to gray. I refuse to dye it on principle. As you can see, I believe in natural colors and not contributing to putting chemicals and dye in the water supply. And quite honestly, I've earned every single one. My hearing is not what it used to be. Probably all the loud concerts I went to in my teens in the 90s. We certainly liked it loud. I recently and reluctantly got upgraded to some lovely bifocals, but I'm not sad about it. It's wonderful to be able to work on my soap pieces and read books again, finally able to see well once more. My mother and crone phases are overlapping. All the turns in the road, the scary jagged paths through deep dark forests have gave me such wisdom I can and happily will share with others. My 2 oldest nieces have become mothers too. What a beautiful thing to witness. Back to the soap. The maiden phase is on the bottom, the beginning part I poured. It's colored with pink calamine clay. Pink, the color of youth and of fresh flowers and little girls' dresses in spring. The maiden is birth and girlhood. She's enchantment and about finding yourself. Her moon is waxing, growing, expanding, and hopeful. The mother layer was colored with indigo, my favorite of all natural colors for soap. It is usually the most magical and mysterious as far as the unexpected shades it can turn. When I thought of Mother, I thought of Mother Earth, of our beautiful blue planet. I thought of the seemingly endless tides of the oceans and the blue of our sky. The best indigo infusions take time and patience. You can quick infuse the oil with indigo, but my experience, it makes the infusion grainy and not as deep blue. Indigo doesn't like to be rushed, much like the 9 months that cannot be rushed. Motherhood is something you wait for. The flowers in this layer were colored with madder root, which turns a nice red. The flowers are to represent fruit, food, pollination, and the trees and vegetation of our world. The crone layer on top was colored with activated charcoal. Black as night in deep space. Activated charcoal is made by burning away tree wood. It is useful for purifying contaminated water or polluted air. In emergency situations, activated charcoal can be used to remove dangerous toxins and poisons from your body. The crone phase needs to be renamed, although I cannot think of a good enough one for her. The crone is and will be the end of your physical life, yes, but mystery awaits us. The ancients believed we return to the stars when we leave our physical world. As beloved Ram Dass said, it's like taking off a tight shoe when we leave our bodies. But the crone phase is also about completion, acceptance, wisdom that can only come from life experiences, from many journeys down a long road.